My Gavana Melanin. Today's video will be all about the wisdom from the rain and what I have realized about the rain as I've gotten older. Because when you're younger, unless you can go and splash around in puddles, you don't like the rain because the rain kind of rains down on your plans. I remember when I was younger, there were times when I would want to go to the pool or I would want to go to an amusement park, and as soon as it rains, it cancels all plans that we have. So, as adults, sometimes rain can also cancel your plans. But I think that that is the wisdom within rain, is that sometimes when we have plans to go outside and be active and go out and do things, rain makes us kind of take a step back and reflect a little bit more on our inner world. Rain is really wonderful if you are ever trying to think deeply about something. I love to just sit inside and look out at the rain when I'm trying to think of new ideas and new concepts and reflecting on some of the things that I have observed in the world. Rain really helps to pour down those thoughts outside of us and give us more clarity. A lot of times people may feel very clear thinking during rain. Rain also is very relaxing. Being inside with the rainfall is one of the most wonderful things to do and be cozy and hear the rain hit against the windows. It is a wonderful experience to experience thunder and lightning outside and then at the same time be safe in your house. Some people are afraid of thunder and lightning and they think that it's a scary omen, but it does follow up with rain. So in order to accept the idea that the rain is coming down and bringing you clarity and reflection, you also have the thunder and the lightning. Now, thunder and lightning really represent the overflow of the emotion because water is an emotional sign in zodiac signs, and in the element of water, when we think about the 4 different elements, it does represent the emotions and the intuition and dreams. And it is usually very connected to Neptune, to Poseidon, to the water nymphs, the Pleiades, all of these types of symbols that represent water. And water tends to represent the emotional side of us because I believe that as we cry, we release a lot of emotions. And so when the water comes outside of us, it represents the rain also. It's almost like Mother Earth gets a chance to just let go of everything. Now, the wonderful thing about rain is its healing properties to the earth and its healing properties to you as well. Because when the sky falls down with rain, it actually brings forward new growth. I mean, without rain, the earth would not grow. So without you actually crying and taking a chance of letting your emotions out when they're bottled up inside of you, you will not grow. And that's something that a lot of people forget in society, and rain can really teach us that wisdom. Sometimes we tend to stop ourselves from crying and we tend to just bottle our emotions up because we are afraid of them or we don't want to seem weak at all. But actually, it's stronger to let them go. Now, of course, there's balance with this because as you let your emotions go, you can get a downpour. And if you keep on going and you keep wallowing in your self-pity and wallowing in those darker emotions and releasing them, sometimes it can be too much. And you have to know and have to use that discernment of, okay, when are you hurting yourself because you're not stopping your crying and you're just carrying on and on and on, and you're losing out on opportunities to actually heal because you're so focused on the emotions and the tears and the sadness that you're not also having forward thinking, well, how can you get past that emotion and that sadness? Because as we cry, a lot of times our brain is also searching for ways how to stop ourselves from crying. So that is also the wisdom within thunder and lightning, and also downpour. When the rain really comes hard, that represents when our emotions are just in a downpour. Now, the nice thing about downpours is they're usually short term. So within ourselves, we can have short term downpours, and that is totally fine and very justifiable with some of the events that happen in our lives. Like I've said in many of our videos, you cannot have pain without joy. So you're going to have these moments of suffering. You're going to have these moments that are going to make you want to cry. And so it's healthy for you to let that go. Just take it in moderation and understand that as you are releasing your tears and the earth is releasing its tears, it is healing the earth, it is bringing new growth. And as you are releasing your tears, you are healing yourself, you are bringing yourself new growth. Because when the tears fall, that is when the seeds are planted of solutions and new opportunities to discover of how to stop yourself from feeling so sad inside. So it's very healthy to cry, and our society frowns upon it sometimes. We need to get to that point where we're okay with crying and we're okay with seeing other people cry, because actually crying is very healing to our souls, and it's something that's very necessary, and it was all part of our design of when we came into existence. There would be times where we would smile and we would laugh and we would have joy, and then there were times when we would be more reflective, and eventually our emotions would come pouring out of us, and that is good because it's healing to us. So we definitely need tears as much as we need the rain for the earth. Both are very healing, both will bring forward new growth. And when you are sitting in rain or when you are looking out at the rain, it really helps to bring you that clarity and that reflection time, because you're not really allowed to go out and do things that you might normally do. So what do you have to do? You have to stay inside, unless you want to go jump in the puddles, but most people don't like to get wet in the rain. So it does force you to slow down a bit and take a look at your life and give you time to reflect. I take that time to write in a journal, to watch a movie, to read a book, something that makes me slow down and really enhances my ability to reflect on my inner thoughts and my observations that I have made, and things that can always make me move forward and progress on this path that I've always wanted to move on, is which I become more of a stronger, happier version of myself, my highest version of myself, which is really truly just the definition of some soul reaching inner peace. And that is the highest version of yourself, is when you reach that bliss and that inner peace. So every time you have a chance to sit it out in the rain, then enjoy that and take that in as a blessing that you are able to get a break from life. And you don't have to go out and do something in the world, and you don't have to be so busy. Take that chance to just let it all come out and reflect each of those thoughts. And also, don't be afraid to cry, because tears are really healing to us as much as healing to the earth. Hand and lay for listening, and I will see you on the next video.